While hoteliers know their job and doctors know theirs, when they decide to work together on a project, whether a standalone or part of a chain, there's usually a consultant or an advisor like you in the middle helping with the programming. But then what happens in the operations? That's sometimes when the wow factor on paper turns into an ouch factor in operations. Do you see, like Mia Kirikos, for instance, in her keynote at the Global Wellness Summit last November, when she said, there's a missing spot, there's something we missed in our industry, and this is possibly a chief wellness officer, or in this case, maybe a chief medical wellness officer, someone who knows how to speak to hoteliers, asset managers, investors, and also to doctors to find a common ground and to always bring people to this place of communication so that it's not someone, as you said very eloquently, someone who leads and someone who leads, but people who work together hand in hand. Is there such a place for a position now?
How I would call it, I think one person may not necessarily be the best approach, if I may add that, because that will be a competition between various departments. What we do is the initiation of, C-suite, that's the level of language that you talk to cooperative leaders, blah, blah, blah. I prefer to look at it as a W-suite, which is looking at the well-being propositioning of the operations, including F&B, back of house, hospitality, healthcare professionals, whoever that is, I don't care. Anyone and everyone, literally every department, who would have a direct impact on the DNA that we are doing. So that's more like not just a person. It's a good start if you have a person, but I think it needs to achieve the situation that we don't only talk about C-suites when it's all about the money, which is important, obviously, it's not charity, but we talk about W-suite, where we talk about what we are doing for our guests, not patients, guests' well-being in terms of treatments, amenities, food, you name it, I don't know. And this is what makes difficult with owners and also financing parties, because they don't necessarily see that yet working out. They understand RevPARs, they understand daily rates, they understand packaging prices, probably if you're lucky. When you talk about that in a medical wellness property, the RevPAR would need to double the RevPAR minimum. And this is when they start to have open eyes, like, sorry, you saying who, what are you doing?
You're mentioning total revenue per available room.
Yes.
Should double
the RevPAR.
The RevPAR of the hotel,
yes.
The revenue per available bedroom.
When you look at the totality of the spending, and this is the moment when you don't keep the medical wellness, spa, whatever unit as a separate revenue, you include it in the total revenue of the property, per guest, that would need to double. If you couldn't achieve that, either your propositioning is wrong, your guest mix can be totally wrong, or you're just in a wrong business. And owners don't like these kind of direct messages that, guys, are you sure that this you're doing a good job? And financing parties, they're all interested in daily rates and the RevPARs. They don't care about RevPARs most of the time.
To make it extremely clear for people listening, if we use a metric example, would you say that a hotel, facility, resort, having an average room rate of $200 per night,
yes,
should be looking at generating an extra spend of $400 per day through treatments and modalities, yes, reaching a $600 per day.
That's the Shahs. That's the Shahs. And when you look at it more of a kind of scale it down a little, then your $200 would need to be doubled. So it should have another $200 worth of additional spending, which is not food or drinks. It would need to be something on the medical wellness this domain some way or fashion. It's not a daily check. It often is a package.
Yes.
And you program it accordingly, 3-day, 2-day, 5-day, 7-day, whatever that is. But your objective should be that I should be starting it from at least as much the guests spend on accommodation. Whereas when you talk to hotel advisors, they say your bread and butter is hotel rooms. That's your bread and butter. And this is when I start to hold my head that, guys, this is a different business model. That's not just hotel rooms. So you need to aim for that. So as a minimum, if you didn't achieve that minimum, there's something fundamentally wrong.